Welcome to Fantasy and Enchantment, where I describe fantasy books to my husband and see if he is enchanted. My name is Sarah.
And I'm Justin.
Quick disclaimer before we get started. I'm not sure if you can hear it or not. Our neighbor is cutting his grass.
It's 8 p.m. and he's a piece of shit, and he decided now's a great time to cut his grass. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, and we don't have a whole lot of free time to record these.
Because we have a 4-year-old who never leaves us alone. So we have to wait until she goes to bed and our neighbor cuts his grass. I reiterate, fuck that guy.
Yeah, at least he's not right next door, because I'd kill him at this point, because he would almost definitely wake her up and then he'd have to die.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Also,
content warning. We curse a little bit, in case you hadn't already caught on.
A little bit, yeah.
Also, fuck that guy.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on from fuck that guy.
Hashtag fuck that guy. Did I do it right?
No.
Okay.
You never do it right.
Boom, nailed it. Hashtag me too.
Stop.
That's not how you do it. Did it wrong.
Okay. Content warnings, besides the swearing. Spoiler alerts for we're going into the 4th book of the Plated Prisoner series, which is called Glow.
I could have sworn we were about to do the 3rd one. I don't remember there being 3 already. I could have swore we only did 2.
I'm guessing you need a recap.
Probably, for the people listening at home here, we haven't actually had a chance to record for 2.5 weeks. So it's been
more than that. Before your parents were here.
Yeah.
And that was...
Old people came to visit. It's a thing that happens. Threw off our whole schedule. And then daycare was closed, so we missed some time off that we normally have to record. So it's just been kind of a clusterfuck. And here we are with the lawn mowing in the background, trying to get one of these done.
So, recap. What, if anything, do you remember?
Donald Trump guy loves everything gold. Mm-hmm. Girl may or may not poop gold, but she's the one who actually makes things turn to gold. She got locked up for a whole long time. I remember her just kind of wandering around a whole bunch in the castle. Uh-huh. Real aimless nonsense. Just hit me with wherever the last one finished, and it'll probably refresh a little bit.
So, Midas, Trump Towers, he's dead.
That's right.
He got killed at the end of the last one by Orin.
Okay.
Because she kind of lost her shit and turned him into gold. Well, not turned him into gold, but encased him in gold, kind of. Because the gold in the castle melted, and then he got covered in it, and then it was not melted anymore. So
right.
He did. Slade, who has 4 names.
Yeah, 15 names. Unnecessary, every one of them. Almost as unnecessary as cutting your grass at 8 p.m. Stupid.
So Slade is her love interest. He's King Ravenger.
Yeah.
You called him Stegosaurus because he's got
he's got the spikes.
The spikes that he can kind of make come and go.
Yeah.
He's also called Rot because he can kind of
kill stuff.
Yeah. He had to do that to Orin to get her to
Right, he killed her, and then, yeah.
Killed her, but not killed her. Let's see. She's got that guard named Digby. They got him out.
Yeah. Diggers.
Is that what you're going to call him?
Why not?
Okay. Anything else we'll kind of touch on as we go?
Okay.
Okay?
Let's do it.
So, we're going to start with the description, and then I'll show you the book cover, because I know how much you like giving your opinions on book covers.
I do like to give always judge a book by its cover. That's why it has a cover.
I mean, you're not wrong. For once.
I'm always right, as it turns out.
No. I was nothing but a road to Midas, a means to get where he wanted to go, and I paved that path in gold. My life has been made up of gilded lies, but death has been shaped from rot. Like a phoenix caught fire, I will need to rise from the ashes and learn to wield my own power. Because my wings have been clipped, but I am not in a cage, and I'm finally free to fly from the frozen kingdoms I've been kept in. But the world doesn't want to let me. That's the thing when you turn against a king. Everyone else turns against you. Good thing I have a different king in my corner. But even with the dark threat of Slade Ravenger, the other monarchs are coming for me. So I will fight for him, and he will kill for me. And if we need to become the villains, then so be it. Because so long as I live in this world, I won't be used again.
So she's still hung up on the king. Let it go. Also, in that description, there were too many F's in a row alliteration is the work of assholes. Let's not do alliteration. Finally free, flying, frozen kingdom. Stop it. Okay, so here we got a cover.
There's the cover.
We've got ribbon. Is that her back ribbons?
Those were cut off, if you recall.
Yeah, I do recall. Why is there still a ribbon on the cover?
I mean, it's still... Part of the book is her coming to terms with not having those ribbons.
Sentimental ribbons.
Sure.
And then what is this? What is this, a gold plant?
It's a flower, I think.
It just has leaves. I don't see any.
Oh, I guess it is
Just a plant. Okay, gold plant and back ribbons. Okay, I still don't understand the purpose of the ribbons since they got cut off and they really never did anything.
I mean, they did do things. It was just another way to make her seem like very obviously not human.
I think you could come up with something better than back ribbons to be not human.
Well,
She never even jerked anybody off with them, and I was convinced that was going to happen.
you were wrong.
It's kind of a letdown.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. So, at the end of the last book, Midas got killed at this big dinner where he was going to announce his engagement to Queen Kalia. Because
right.
the other one, they think she's dead. They think Queen Melina, I think was her name.
Oh, great. Choo-choo. Choo-choo to match our stupid-ass guy cutting his grass. Hear the choo-choo, everybody? We live too close to the goddamn train tracks. It's like a half a mile away, and you can still hear the goddamn choo-choo when it comes through. Why's it gotta blow its whistle so loud? It's so unnecessary. Stop it, choo-choo.
That one in particular was a little
It was
obnoxious.
extra loud.
Okay.
God damn it. It's after 8 p.m. It's quiet hours. Go home and go to sleep.
They come through in the middle of the night.
Record a
like
podcast in your home. Do something.
that. Okay.
Stop making noise outside.
Okay. Back to the topic at hand.
We're back.
Okay. So Queen Kalia, who was supposed to marry Midas before his death, she thinks that Orin somehow took Midas's ability to make things into gold.
The ability he never had.
The ability he never had in the first place. Yeah, that one.
Cool. I don't think mutant powers transfer from person to person.
Nope.
Okay. Or in this case, I guess king to fairy,
Yeah.
but via back ribbons.
And some fucking. They were fucking.
They were fucking.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. Well.
She
is
was
it-
his saddle.
That's right. Saddle up and ride. Is it an STD? Is that how it works?
No.
No. She hadn't got the bumps.
No, Justin.
A little itchy.
No. Okay, so that's going to be a big plot point of this book is that Queen Kalia thinks Orin took his power
Right.
and then used it to kill him.
Okay. Is this the final book in the series?
This is the final one that I've read.
Okay.
There are 2 more.
Okay. Are they out yet? Or is she still writing these?
5 is out. 6 might be out. It might be coming soon, something like that.
It's not a Game of Thrones thing where she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get to that, and then just never
10
fucking
years
do it.
later.
Yeah.
No, it's not
just
that.
sitting around her fat ass with that gross beard, not writing anything.
Yeah. And the suspenders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop wearing suspenders. It's unacceptable socially. I don't like it. All right, back to the book.
Oh, I have your permission?
Yeah, get with it. Why you keep derailing this? I'm trying to keep this on the choo-choo tracks. Let's go.
Okay. So, Slade had to, use his rot power to get Orin to stop losing her shit. So he tries to pull that out of her, but he says that he couldn't get all of it. There's the little piece that's left, and it might kill her if they're not very careful.
Cool.
And then there's a whole big flashback. There's a lot of flashbacks in this book because you get a lot of backstory about Slade in particular.
Maybe just write your book in order.
Well,
Start with the past, and you don't have to go back and write it in the 4th book and be like, oh yeah, this character is this way 4 books in. Let me explain that.
so Slade has a half-brother whose name is Riot, who pretends to be his commander, Commander Rip, when Slade has to be the king.
Didn't we find that out last time that there were 2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wanted to make sure you remember that.
I did. I don't think I remembered his name was Riot.
I don't know if I said his name last time. It is Riot. R-Y-A-T-T.
They spelled Riot wrong.
Well,
Damn it.
their mother had the power of divination. And his dad could break things, like just smash them to bits.
That's a cool power. Hulk smash.
Basically, yeah. His dad is the one who broke the bridge between the fairy world and the rest of the world. Let's see.
Just having a bad day. Decided to smash that.
It was at the end of some kind of conflict. I don't remember exactly.
Cranky dad smashing bridges.
Okay. This is one of the parts of this book that I really struggled with. Orin comes to, she's alive, she's fine. She wakes up real fucking horny.
Just hot and ready to party.
Yeah.
The sticky nethers.
Yeah, and like there's this whole scene where her and Slade are out in the woods because she's like feral and he like fucks it out of her. It is bizarre. I like a good smutty book sometimes, but the concept of fucking someone like back into their right mind is a little much for me.
It's a lot.
It is a lot, especially because they get done and then Orin is like, oh wait, I killed a bunch of people, I feel terrible.
Like, how are we talking like a whole chapter of just them fucking?
I don't remember if it's the whole chapter,
I guess
but
it
it was multiple pages.
It's just like a lot of description.
Yeah,
It's
like up against a tree kind of stuff.
that also seems real uncomfortable.
Yes, it
fucking
does.
Up against a tree.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be into that. Outdoor sex in general is usually not great.
Well, outdoors in general.
That's
Not
true.
great.
We are very indoorsy people.
So, Melina, do you remember her?
I remember that name.
She was Midas's wife. Midas tried to have her killed. It didn't work, but he thought, because he's dead.
He did.
He thought it worked. So he thought she was dead. She actually escaped. She is told by this special guy who's got this ability to help people find their true calling or whatever, that she has...
Stupid power, for the record.
Well,
It's no smashing shit.
no, it's not. She's told by him that she has to save this missing seventh kingdom, and the seventh kingdom has not existed for a long time. It's basically been blown off the map.
It's Atlantis.
Kinda, yeah. Orin, like, she's awake. She's not fucking Slade at this point.
Currently.
She's, yeah,
She'll get back to that later, I'm sure.
in this weird little village.
Fucked herself all the way to a village
Well, no, that's where Slade brought her after the murder.
after the murder fucking.
Okay. And then she meets Slade's mom.
That's gotta be awkward. Like, they just had real aggressive, over the top outdoor sex. And now it's like, hey, you wanna come meet my mom? That'd be a thing.
Well, she kind of accidentally stumbles into, I think, if I remember correctly, his mom is in like a cave, because there are a bunch of caves in this mountainside.
So they're cave people.
So they're kind of cave people.
Classy. That's why they're fucking outside, because they're cave people. They don't even have air conditioning. At least get a window unit or something. Cool it down a little bit.
Okay. But she kind of like stumbles in on her accidentally, and then Slade runs in, and then was like, oh, by the way, this is my mom.
By the way, meet your in-laws.
Kind of.
Nobody meets their in-laws on purpose.
Speaking from experience.
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's move on.
Okay. She also, while she's in this cave with Slade's mom, sees like a big, it's described as a rip, like a rip in space around them.
Okay.
And that's how Slade got his other name, Rip, because he made the rip.
God damn it. This whole story is just going off the rails in this book. I can understand why you haven't read the fifth one, because it seems like honestly, this whole story wasn't that bad compared to a lot of the other ones that we've gone over. But I feel like we are going south real quick here. This is season 8 of Game of Thrones right now. It's the picture that you see, the meme online
With the horse.
and it's like a really nice drawing. And then it all of a sudden turns into like a special ed kid in 3rd grade did it. That's what it's turning into.
Okay. Slade was protecting Riot, his half-brother, and his mom, because his mom was having an affair with, I think it was a human servant. So,
Because you fucked the help.
well, and the servant was nice to her. His dad was a giant asshole, was like beating all 3 of them on a regular basis.
Cool.
So Riot is his half-brother. Riot is also half Fae instead of full-blooded.
So he's not a Stegosaurus.
Not a Stegosaurus, no. And all three of them came through this rip in the world. And now they're stuck there. They can't figure out how to get back through.
Did they just try to go back into it? Or they
I
thought
think Slade says that they tried to go back.
just throw a rock through, see where it goes.
No. Orin decides, well, Slade and her decide that she's got to get some control over this gold shit that she can do. Because clearly this whole episode with Midas showed that she can do more than just turn things into gold.
Just willy-nilly.
Yeah. So she starts training with Slade on like how to do other shit.
I mean, I don't know how he's got the knowledge to teach her how to use her weird gold power.
Well, it's not that specifically. It's that he's also full-blooded Fae, so he's got some experience with like the physical aspect of having a gift that you have to rein in.
Magic.
Yes.
They're magic.
They are magic. That's how that works. One of the things she learns to do is ungild things, so she can now take stuff that she made into gold and make it not gold.
What about things that are gold before? Like real gold?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess that's a good answer. Or maybe that's not addressed. I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember.
It's kind of an over-the-top question that really doesn't probably play into the book in any way, shape, or form. It's just
Not really.
somebody from the outside like me who's just hearing an abridged version would have a question about. Not that the author's
Do
thinking.
not have an answer.
Author's not thinking of me.
No.
That's fine. I'm not thinking of her either. I just
Okay.
assume it's a her.
It is.
It always is.
I think basically everything I've read in the last few months has been written by a woman.
Also, why is it always that a woman is the main character in every story?
Because these books are written for women. Some
Does
of
that
them are
mean-
like multiple POVs. So even this one, you get some chapters from Slade's point of view.
But I mean, Hollywood makes movies for everybody.
Well,
So-
yes, but the genre of books in particular that I'm reading are geared towards women.
So you don't want a male protagonist, is what you're
I
saying?
have no desire.
No interest?
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
The dual POV thing I don't mind, but I like.
Dual POV sounds like a porn category. That's weird. Don't say that.
Okay. Anyway, I do not want to read a book that's just some dude. Especially like this is technically like a version of a romance book. I don't want to read a romance book.
You don't want to hear about a romance from a guy's perspective of common.
No.
It's as flowery as I could put that.
And that's
Jacking it.
exactly
Jacking
why
it.
I don't want to read that.
Okay. Well, I probably shouldn't write a fantasy book.
No.
Guy's perspective, jacking it.
No.
No.
That would be the whole work. Just
Just,
The
dude,
whole-
he's just jacking it. Sitting around jacking it all day long. With his tentacles and his spikes.
can we move on, please?
I guess so.
Okay. So this little village that they're in is next to the kingdom that Slade rules as King Ravager. So Orin goes to the castle.
He doesn't really do a whole lot of ruling as far as being a king is concerned. It seems like he's just out gallivanting and fucking about. Who's running this kingdom?
Well, no, there are like parts of the book where Orin can't find him because he had to go back to the castle. He had to do king stuff. Like,
Make some decisions for his peasants.
yes. So that does happen in the book.
Okay. He's got a whole court and a hand to the king and the whole thing.
Sure, it's Game of Thrones.
It's Game of Thrones. I mean, they're all Game of Thrones as far as I'm concerned. That's my fantasy expectations. Or point of reference. Point of reference is the word I was looking for.
Okay.
Expectations is what came out.
Well,
What you gonna do?
we're gonna keep going is what we're gonna do.
Let's do it.
Okay. She's wandering through the city around the castle, and here's people like talking about her specifically.
The pores.
Well, yeah, peasants and stuff, saying that she just jumped from king to king, and that she is there to steal King Ravager's power because that's
the word on the streets.
the word on the street. She stole Midas's power.
Right.
Queen Kalia has a brother. His name is Manu. Also, I'm pretty sure before that there's this whole weird carriage sex scene between her and Slade.
God damn it.
Yeah, so
carriage sex.
Thought
I mean,
you'd
it's
like
better
to
than
know.
outside.
It's a
still,
step up.
It's still horse adjacent, though, which is an issue in and of itself.
Okay.
Don't have horse adjacent sex. It's a little emasculating for the man. I don't know if you've ever seen a horse's penis.
No, and I
They're
don't think
gigantic.
I mean, I've heard the phrase hung like a horse before.
It's for a reason. I spent a lot of time around horses when I was younger. They have huge hogs, big old penis. Guys can't keep up with that. It's ridiculous. Big old dick on a horse.
Okay.
Horse dick.
Are you done?
All right.
Queen Kalia has a brother. His name is Manu. I'm surprised you didn't make a
I mean,
comment.
do they spell it stupid?
Manu.
Okay. I mean, if I was going to spell Manu, that's, I guess, the way I would go. Is it short for Manchester United?
No.
No? Because that's their abbreviation.
No,
Manu.
it's not.
Manu. Okay.
Anyway.
He's a red.
Okay. He shows up. He tells Orin that she is being called to a conflux, which is just a meeting of all the monarchs in their respective kingdoms. It's good. It's like a trial. She has to show up to be tried for murder and also stealing Midas's power.
So we're tying back into the Donald Trump story again. She's got to go to court.
She's got to go to court for murdering Donald Trump, actually.
Oh, well, that's a whole other thing. That guy got away. Or, no, he didn't get away.
He did.
He didn't hit Donald Trump hard enough,
No.
apparently. He just kind of nicked him.
And then he died.
He's real dead. Super dead. That's hot news right now, guys. If that gives you an idea of when we actually recorded this.
Manu tells Orin, he says that she needs to show up voluntarily to the conflux and that she needs to testify on her own behalf.
She doesn't get a lawyer or anything?
No, they don't have, like,
No legal counsel.
constitutional rights.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she's a woman.
And then this is when we find out that they're in the Fourth Kingdom right now, which is Slade's kingdom. And they've been cut off from, like, trade and stuff from the other kingdoms.
An embargo.
Yes, an embargo. So they're going
You
to
know,
run out.
embargo spelled backwards is oh, grab me.
Thank you.
My first day of high school, I was approached by an older student who told me that the only thing you ever need to know to graduate from high school is that embargo spelled backwards is oh, grab me. My last day of my senior year, I said that to a freshman.
Okay. Okay.
That's just a weird thing that's been passed down through my life, and I was just a part of it.
Cool.
Cool. All right, so embargo.
Embargo. They're gonna run out of food in like a month.
Crocky.
Yeah. Oh shit.
People are gonna be hungry.
So Slade has now got that to figure out on top of everything else. So he goes back to his castle. He's got to figure out some trade stuff now. And then in the meantime, Manu kidnaps Orin.
Well, it's not really showing up by her own free will then if he's kidnapping her.
Nope. He's just decided that like she's got to show up one way or another. So he tried to ask nicely.
That didn't work, so
Didn't work.
kidnapping it is.
And then in the process, Rissa, do you remember her?
I remember the name. She was one of the saddles, right?
She was one of the saddles.
I remember the saddles.
She was blackmailing Orin for a little while,
Right.
but now they're kind of like friends.
That's a crappy friend.
Not a great friend. She gets stabbed in the process.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Okay.
And she's a crappy friend.
Well,
And a whore. By definition.
that's not her fault, though.
Well,
I'm
tomato,
not-
tomato.
Okay.
Walks like a duck, talks like a duck. Probably a whore.
What the fuck, Justin?
I'm real funny.
I don't remember where they take her to, but I know that Orin has to go through this, like, ritual religious cleansing thing. It's fucking nuts. It's called the clearing. A bunch of people basically yelling at her and, like, scrubbing.
Sounds like Scientology.
It's a little Scientology-ish, yeah.
Here, hold these 2 cans. We're gonna plug you into this machine.
It's more like they like. I might not be remembering this correctly, guys, but I remember bathing being a part of it, but like excessively. I remember isolation being a part of it, like no one's allowed to talk to her or anything. It's weird.
Very, yeah, real Scientology-esque from the sound of it.
Yeah, but she has to do that for a few days, and then she goes to the complex. She basically gets dragged to the complex. All the monarchs are there, except Slade. He's not there yet, because he found out that Orin was taken, but he's on his way.
Okay. Can only get there so fast.
Yeah.
Do they like riding horses and shit?
I don't remember what they're called. They do have these weird, like, they're almost like griffins.
Critters. Some kind of critter.
Yeah, it flies.
They're not hopping in a car or
No.
taking the bus.
No.
Yeah.
You got to get somewhere in a hurry. You ride one of these big motherfuckers.
Cool.
They make Orin stand on this, like, magic ruin that drains all of her magic. So she's kind of slowly dying.
Take away your magic, they die. That's how it works.
Yeah, for her, at least.
Okay.
Because she's a full-blooded fae.
Right.
The conflicts, big surprise, they find her guilty.
Guilty!
And then they sentence her to death.
Of what, 34 felony counts?
Sure.
Is that what it was?
Count 1, guilty. Count 2,
Yeah.
guilty.
Yeah, they go over every single one. That was necessary. Thanks for the coverage, CNN.
I mean, it makes for a great soundbite on TikTok. I've seen it
I guess
used
so.
in a million different ways. It's pretty funny. Okay.
TikTok. It's
So-
called a watch. How old are you? TikTok. No?
No. Okay. But Slade arrives just in the nick of time before they start her execution. He rots everything in his path. He is just trying to get to her in a fucking hurry. Rips open a new portal
Oh.
for the first time since the other one.
Okay.
Tells her to go through, so she does. She like falls through it. And ends up we don't know where at this point. But
Okay.
she has escaped the complex. She's not being sentenced to death.
Well, she is, but she portaled herself out of there,
Yeah.
so not really a problem.
Um,
She probably got new problems. Portaled somewhere new.
yeah, I mean,
Mystery portal.
Mystery Portal, I'm assuming that's most of what the 5th book is about, but I don't know, I haven't
Oh,
read
so
it.
this book just ends with her portaled into nowhere?
We'll get there.
Okay.
Slade and his half-brother Riot, they go back to their little village.
He didn't follow her through the portal?
He didn't, because she was behind bars. He couldn't get to the
Okay.
other one.
Got it.
So he was like, just go through. I'll figure out how to get to you. I'll find you somehow.
Sure he will, because this is the first time he's been able to open another portal. And he's like, fuck, I'll figure it out down the road.
Well, it gets worse. They go back to the village. The portal that was there with their mom and everything is gone.
Oh.
So are all the people who had come through that portal.
Oh, they
So-
just disappeared?
Yeah.
Didn't he come through that portal, though?
Yes.
So he didn't disappear.
A little bit of a plot hole.
Yep.
I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if it was because they were close to the portal.
Swinging a miss on that one.
I don't know.
You
Anyway.
better button that up in the next book, because that's a pretty big whoops a daisy.
And then we get a little end chapter with Melina, who's in like this rundown castle in what used to be the 7th Kingdom. And she has been tricked into working with the Fae to rebuild the bridge to, like, their between the worlds, the one that Slade's dad destroyed.
Okay.
So officially, there is now, again, a bridge in between the two worlds.
Neat.
And that's the whole book.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Kind of a dud.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Again, I'm undecided on 5 and 6 at this point. I'm leaning more towards no, though.
I mean, I guess if you guys want to hear me make fun of 5 and 6, let us know. I'll make Sarah read it. It only takes her a day to read these books. It's ridiculous. She's got some kind of superpower. If she weren't able to describe it, I would swear she's just like skimming through and not actually reading them. But she actually knows what she's talking about, so she's taking it in, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you do it.
You have these two things in your head, and they're called eyes,
Yeah.
and then you have this brain that processes words when you see them.
The problem is that doesn't work so well for some of us. I can read an entire page like with my eyes, and then I turn the page and I have no idea what I just read. It is in one ear and out the other. I need some kind of visual medium. I have no ability whatsoever to imagine things. It's just my brain doesn't work like that.
Okay. What do you think I rated this one?
Man, your rating system is terrible. You probably gave it a 3 because you don't like to give things 2s, or I don't know why you're not giving things 1s. Sounds like some shit really sucks, and you're like, oh, maybe I'll give it a 2. No, so I bet you gave this a 3, even though you didn't like it to the point where you don't want to read the next one.
I did give it a 3.
God damn it.
But, again, if I give something a 2, like, to me there's a difference between, like, I don't really like this and this was fucking awful.
Yeah, a 1 should be this was fucking awful.
Well,
A 2 should be, I didn't really like this. This wasn't for me.
No.
Yeah.
No. Disagree.
That means you're giving too many things a 5.
No, actually, most books I've given either a 3 or a 4 in the past few months.
Ridiculous.
We're going to come up on a first 5 here in a few weeks. And I will be surprised if you can guess it.
So I'm going to be making fun of a book that you really enjoyed.
Yeah, and I might kill you.
Looking forward to that. You know what I'm not looking forward to? The Olympics. Because they started today. They just did the lighting of the torch by Snoop Dogg of all people in France of all places. Where they're pooping in that river. Poop that river up, I say. Take that, France. You bring out your surrender flags. Also, the lead for the U.S. is LeBron James. There's no one on this planet who I dislike more than LeBron James when it comes to the public world. He is a crybaby bitch, and just because he was leading the U.S. team, I hope they lose every single event, and I hope they come back and they say, this is all LeBron James's fault. Fuck that crybaby bitch. I know you're listening, LeBron James. You suck.
Are you done? Where the hell did that even come from?
I just wanted to rant about the Olympics because it makes me mad. The Summer Olympics are terrible. I don't want to watch people swim. Gross. Big giant toilet. And it really is a giant toilet this time because they're swimming in that river that people are pooping in.
No, they get pools for the swimming.
No, they're doing a bunch of the events in the river. Oh. That was the whole point. That's why the French people are pooping in it. That's a gross river. And that's a gross people. You're gross, French. Stop it.
Okay.
And your bread sucks.
Hey.
Baguettes and croissants.
Are we done?
I guess so.
Okay.
Also, fuck that guy cutting the grass. He's done now, but fuck him anyway. And the train. And the dog for shaking her flop. I'm in a mood.
Well, let's cut this off before your mood gets worse.
I'm gonna go watch wrestling.
Okay. I got a book to read.
Good. Read another book so we can do another podcast.
Yeah.
Get me all riled up. I'm also mad about McDonald's. We went to McDonald's earlier and got stuck in the goddamn drive-thru for 20 minutes because the lady working the window apparently has never done it before and she sounded like she was 100 years old. Don't put old people in the drive-thru. They're not capable of it. That's a tough job. It takes a lot of speed and agility and brain power, and old people don't have it anymore. Just go home and go to bed. Watch Matlock. Poop yourself like Joe Biden. Just stop it. Little Caesars didn't have the pizza that I wanted hot and ready. It's been a day, people.
Then let's call this day over.
I'm gonna go watch wrestling.
You said that a minute ago.
Give me my slop.
Okay. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok, FAE Podcast. Leave suggestions for books I should read, comments, reviews, subscribe, all the things.
Do you want to read the next 2 books?
Yeah,
Tell us.
I guess if you want me to read the next 2.
Do you want to fuck our neighbor too? Not fuck our neighbor, but fuck that guy.
Okay. We're going to start Once Upon a Broken Heart next.
Okay.
Justin gets to meet Jax. He has no idea who that is.
I have no idea who that is, and I probably don't want to know.
You're going to find out.
Yay. Bye.
See you next time.